I'll take you through a quick example that showcases the power of sharing. In our example here, we have structured a budget by region so that we can share region-specific information with appropriate team members. The share feature could be used on a single budget line, a parent line, or the entire budget. So let's start with the example of sharing the entire budget. When I click on our sharing icon here, this will allow us to be able to share the budget through email with one of our team members. And once you enter email, you can identify what type of access that user has to the budget, whether they can view or whether they can modify. When they view, you can choose advanced options on whether to include headcount within the budget. So if you need to hide headcount due to sensitive salary information and so forth, by toggling onto yes, that will hide the headcount. Also, you have the option to exclude various lines within the budget from sharing. So if you want to be able to not include Sales East, for example, for Emma, you're able to identify those lines. Also, some options include deciding which sheets and reports that you want to share with this user, as well as dashboards, and a few other options around input tabs, any kind of versioning that you've created, and also creating a default view for that user. Once I have entered the email address, I can go ahead and send that information, which then the user will receive in their email and they can log on through SIBP. Also, as I mentioned, you're able to share only a specific parent line or a single budget line. In that case, if we want to share our East region with our users, we can click on the ellipsis here under East and share from that menu as well. Very similar to what we saw before, you enter your team member's email and identify the options under Advanced where they can view. Now, if you have a team member that can modify the budget, there's a couple different advanced options here where you're able to choose if you want them to work with a working budget or a specific scenario, and also the ability to include specific models that are associated to this budget. So now they have access to the entire budget to view, modify, and update. Once that's sent, the user will receive that email, and now they have access to whether it's the entire budget or a portion of that budget. And keep in mind, any change that's made to the budget by any of those shared users, it's instantly visible to the others sharing the budget. So this way, the budget will always be up to date and identical for all. And it's really great to have that single source of truth to contain your budget.